Hello and welcome to Vital Body Wellness and Physical Therapy. I'm Andrea Bunch. I'm a physical therapist and movement teacher. I want to answer a couple questions that I've gotten about Bright Minds Winter Cardio Camp and do a little exercise together today. Bright Minds Winter Cardio Camp starts on Zoom on December 14th, and it's 14 weeks of fun community and exercise support. Every Saturday at 2:30 we'll get together on Zoom and do an hour of exercise together. Those will all be recorded so you can attend live or repeat it during the week. Take it any time that works for you. In the 14 weeks, you also have access to 7 private sessions with me where we'll work on goals that you enjoy for your fitness. I'll check in with your alignment, make sure your alignment is healthy, keep track of what you're doing each week to keep your body and your mind as fit as possible this coming winter. We're also going to have some community in a Facebook group and email lists where I share a lot of fascinating, really exciting research that's going on connecting physical fitness and mental health and ways that we can motivate ourselves to do what we like and move our bodies. So it's a body positive space. It's a space where you are in total control of your movement. And 2 questions that I've gotten a lot is what's the perceived exertion scale that you're going to use, and can I do this in a small space? So yes, I'm going to show some exercises today that we can do in a small space. I hope they feel good to you. And the perceived exertion scale is a scale that we'll use in this workshop from 0 to 10. So 0 is you're asleep, no exertion going on. 10 is you're running up a mountain from a bear. Super lots of exertion going on. We are going to try to reach points in our exercise together where we hit a 5 or a 6 on our perceived exertion. That means our heart rate gets up, we might get a little sweaty, we might feel like, woo, I couldn't do this too much longer. And I love it because it allows us all to exercise together. So a movement that I do to get me to a 6 is going to be different than a movement you do to get you to a 6. And I'll be showing variations. Right, Villanelle? Okay, so let's do some of those variations now. If you'd like, do a little movement with me and enjoy. And what we'll do is I'll show 3 variations of each exercise. You can pick the one that works for you. And then we'll do that exercise for 45 seconds or until you feel like you're at a 5 or a 6 on your perceived exertion scale. And it takes practice. You might be like, I'm not really sure if I'm at a 5 or 6. That's okay. Keep checking in with your body. Keep using your awareness and practicing noticing where you're at today. All right, so our first exercise, I'm going to show the first variation with my hands on the back of a chair. This is really good for balance. So if you're afraid you might fall down doing squats or exercises, please put your hands on a chair or a counter. First rule of any exercise is to be safe. Bend your knees a little and come on up. If you'd like to, you can lift your heels and come onto the toes. Bend your knees a little. You choose how much you bend your knees and lift up. So here's the first variation of our squat. And you let your breath be deep. Let your hips go back when you bend your knees, and you're in control of how much you bend your knees. You decide how much you want to bend your knees. Variation 2 on this exercise is to stand in the middle. Bend your knees, let them go right over your toes, and come up onto your tippy toes. Practicing a little balance, and maybe if you're taking variation 2, you're bending a little deeper in your knees. See how you feel, you choose. Variation 3 is to add a little hop. All right, so if you'd like to, come down and hop. Down and hop. All right, and from here, we're gonna go for 45 seconds or until you feel like you're at a 5 or a 6. Breathe deeply. This is number 3 variation with the hop. 2 variation, bending down, lifting on your toes. We got 30 seconds left, or you're taking a break because you got to what you think is your 5 or your 6. Breathe. If you stop, try starting again. We got about 15 seconds left. Variation 1, bending the knees, lifting on the toes. 10 seconds, everybody. How's your breath? So either you stopped or you're stopping now. All right, good. Take a couple breaths. Let your breath flow. And we're gonna take that one more time. So you can do the same variation again, or you can try a different one. If you feel like you're getting warmed up or you wanna try a different one, go for it. Ready, set, and hit it. Variation one. Pick one of these that you like. I'll show variation two. I'm excited for being in camp because you'll be able to see people doing all these variations with you. 20 seconds to go, everybody. If you think you're hitting your 5 or 6, take a break and return. 10 seconds left. Deep breaths, whatever variation you're doing. Take deep breaths. And stop. Woo! Let that wash through you. Shake it out a little. Take a couple breaths. Remember, your exercise doesn't have to be miserable. You want it to be challenging, but not miserable. I'll show now some variations on a burpee. So first variation, I'm going to use this chair again. I'm going to take a little squat. I'm going to stand up, walk back, walk forward again, and take a little squat. Stand up, walk it back. Walk it forward. Squat. Back. Forward. One more time this variation, a little squat. Step it back, let your hips go back. Extend your arms overhead a little bit, and then come on up. If you'd like to try a variation going to the floor, inhale, exhale. Come back onto your knees. I really like padding under here. Step it back up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it down onto the knees. Come back up. See if you can switch legs that you're stepping back with. So I'm going to change so my left leg steps back. Getting down and up off the floor might not seem like a big deal, but it's kind of hard and it'll get your heart rate up. All right, that's variation 2 on our burpee. Variation 3, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, down. Step your feet back to a plank on the toes. Walk your feet back up and take a little hop. Back down, step it back, step it forward, take a little hop. You might be able to jump both feet back. You can try that too. And then everybody from here, 45 seconds, or get to your 5 or 6. About 30 seconds to go. Here's variation 3. One more time. Stepping it back and up. Show variation 2 again. Coming down to the knees. Back up. Reach up. Down to the knees. Coming back up. Reach it up. How's your breath? Can you breathe nice and deep? We got 5 more seconds. Again, variation 1, little squat. You're walking it back. And if you haven't stopped yet, go ahead and stop now. Take a couple breaths. Let yourself catch your breath a little. Every day is different in your body. It's so interesting. Every day we show up in our body to exercise and we see what's there. Some days we have a lot of energy, some days we don't have as much. Just breathe. And we'll take these variations one more time. Ready? And hit it. So, variation 1. Squat. Walk it back. Bringing it up. Knees going right over the toes. Hips going back, back, back. And variation 2, coming down to the knees. Maybe you're on this kind of burpee. Reaching arms up. See how they feel the second time around. Variation 3, reaching up, down, legs back, legs up, legs back, legs up. All right, everybody, 5 more seconds in your variation. Breathe. And stop. Couple breaths. I love to twist side to side. When I'm taking a break, we'll do one more exercise, 2 sets, and then a couple stretches. Oh, I love stretching at the end of a bit of cardio. It feels so good. Alrighty. Next set of exercises are variations on jumping jacks. So first variation, hands on your chair. You're going to step one leg as far as you want to the side and bend that outside knee. Step the other leg, bend that outside knee. When you practice this, look down for a second and make sure your knee is going right over your toe, not inside your big toe, right over your toe. Side to side, going at a pace that feels safe for you, but is a pretty quick motion. All right, variation 2, you're going to come to the middle, take a little bigger step, one side to the other. Right? And if you want to jump, you have a couple options for jumping. So, little hop, feet apart, little hop, feet together. Right? Or if you feel comfortable with full jumping jack, you can raise the arms and continually jump. All right, so from here, everybody, 45 seconds. So maybe you're doing jumping jacks. Maybe you're doing jacks without the arms and just a little hop. If you're doing little hops, feel free to have your hand on something too, if that makes you feel safer and steadier. Maybe you like a bigger step. If you don't want to jump in your space, take a bigger step. Knee going right over your toe. 15 seconds left. If you're here on the chair. And remember, if you get to that 6 out of 10, you can stay a couple more breaths and then take a break. 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Take a breath. As you exhale, just release. You're doing a good job. If you're showing up, letting your heart rate and your breath rate come up, you're doing a good job. That's what cardio is. It's so good for you. All right, one more set, and then we'll do a little stretching. And begin. Take your variation. Maybe you're here, building a little heat in your body. Breathing deeply in any variation. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Little hops. Maybe you're here. Let's try to go for 15 more seconds. You can stop and start as well. Be kind to yourself. Challenge yourself in a loving way. And stop. All right. Really good. Twist a little. We'll do a couple of chest opening stretches that are good for our posture. So standing, bring your arms out to the sides. Lift the chest. If it's okay to look up, look up. Lift the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Big wide arms. And breathe. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and just let that sternum reach up towards the ceiling. Release the front of the chest. Opposing motion to all the forward reaching we do all day. And then relax. Roll your shoulders. Let your breath keep flowing. Notice, is your breath calming down a little? Are you starting to recover from the cardio? 2 more breaths, rolling the shoulders. And then a couple variations on a side stretch. First variation, stand to the side of your chair, reach your outside arm up and over, and then lean into your arm that's on the chair. Be kind to your shoulder. Sometimes it feels better to reach a little to the front. If it feels pinchy or bad to reach overhead, just let your hand come to the front a little more. If you'd like to be in the middle of the floor, and squeeze the legs together and lean this way. Enjoy some big deep breaths. Let's be here for 3 more breaths. Feeling your core engage and open up over here. Release and take the other side. So hand on the chair, reaching up and over, or take the variation in the middle of the floor. They're both good variations. Enjoy your deep breaths. Give yourself those nice deep breaths. Let's be here for 2 more breaths. Come up. And now a forward fold variation. I love this one. Bringing the hands to the chair. Walk your body back. You can also use your hands on a wall. And just see how much your belly and your chest is able to relax down towards the floor. Some things to consider here is that you can bend your knees. Totally fine to bend your knees here if it feels like pressure in your hamstrings or your lower back. You can also reach your hands down for your shins. So if you'd rather do a forward fold reaching this way, please feel free to give your body that kind of forward fold if that's what you want today. Let's be here for 3 more big breaths. And then bend the knees and let yourself roll on up to standing. Take a couple deep breaths. You are a beautiful, precious living being. You are made of miracles, made of incredible things. Feel your breath and your heartbeat. And feel that you're alive. Take care of your beautiful self. And thank you so much for being here and doing a little exercise with me. I'll see you at Winter Cardio Camp. Much love, everybody.